Hey guys, it's me, Delta1 here with AspecAirsoft, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Dboys RK-06WS. Yes, another Dboys, and yes, it's a full steel AK, which is just a AK-74 full stock, and all that good stuff. So, the box, it just has a sticker that says RK-06WS. It's extremely dull. There's some little warning sticker on the back of the box. Nothing special here, extremely boring. Now let's see what's inside the box. So when you open it up, you'll see the gun, and then you remove this cardboard sheet here. Once you remove the cardboard sheet, this is what it'll look like. Everything's in there nice and tight. You don't really have to worry about anything moving around. I wouldn't worry about this coming broken and shipping at all. So I'm happy with their packaging. So let's see what you're going to come with. So now that everything's out of the box, let's see what it comes with. You have a really crappy trickle charger. I really don't recommend using these unless it's your only option of charging, and even then, I still don't recommend it. Buy a smart charger. These can burn your house down. These are horrible. Don't use these. A pack of 200 really crappy BBs. Don't use these. These can break your gun. They can jam. Not very high quality. Get some TSD BBs. As you can see, the poster that's always behind me. Buy some of their BBs. Those are good BBs. So use those and don't use these. A really crappy manual. The only thing this is good for is identifying certain parts, so just keep that manual just for this reason, just to identify things. Other than that, really crappy Chinglish. A cleaning and dejamming rod. A really good Russian sling. You can actually use this with your gun. I mean, this is actually usable. And to be honest, this is the only gun that I've ever gotten to review, the Dboys AK series, that comes with this sling. I believe the full steel model comes with this. I'm not sure about the other models that are pot metal and whatnot, but this is actually usable and is a good quality sling, and I do recommend you to use this. A 9-nickel hydrate, 1200 milliamp 9.6 battery, which is actually decent to come with this Dboys. I'm actually happy that they're coming out with 9.6s, and I know some cologne companies have been doing that already, but it's always nice to get a 9.6 instead of an 8.4. 500 round high cap magazine, which is it's okay. It's nothing to write home about. It'll do the job. And then the gun itself. Now let's talk about some of the features behind the Dboys AK-74. Metal, wood, and polymer components, as always. You have the nice Romanian texture, it's got that used feeling. Belongs here on an AK. It's nice and feels nice. It's actually, in my opinion, I have a VFC, and I like this handguard better than the VFC model. Then you have the plastic little tip right here. Other than that, everything else on this gun is wood and metal. You have the wood stock and the wood handguards, which are laminated, and there is no wobble in the stock at all. The handguards, there's no wobble. Very nice. I'm glad that there's no wobble. It's very rarely that you'll see guns come with no wobble in the wood stock or in the wood handguards these days. And now let's see what components are still on the Dboys AK. I have a magnet right here. I'm going to start from the back to the front. We have the butt plate, sling mount right there, receiver, selector switch, top cover, bolt, front barrel assembly right here, the truncheon, the iron sights right there, the trigger guard, magazine release, sadly not the trigger, front gas tube, the little outer barrel part right there. The barrel is not steel though, it is aluminum. And then the cleaning dejamming rod right here, front side, and the flash hider. And then the scope mount on the other side of the weapon is also steel. So you basically get a full steel AK, and this is cloned off the VFC. So that's awesome, full steel. I'm happy. Now, another thing is this back sling mount, though it is steel, I don't recommend it because you can rip out the actual screws that are holding it into the stock. That goes with almost any AK. And the front sling mount up here on the left side is definitely trustworthy. Now, one of the neat things, this is, you may be wondering, why a stick type? Well, this is cloned off the VFC, and I'm kind of in a way a little upset that Dboys did not separate from that and have it wired to the stock so you could have non-stick type batteries, because stick type batteries are a little bit more of a pain to get a hold of, but they're not really that hard. It's just buying stick type LiPos is kind of expensive, and I try to differ away from that and wire it to the stock. Now, it does come with a 9.6 and it can house up to a 12-volt battery. So you can buy stick types, 9-nickel hydrates and stuff like that. When you get to the LiPos, it gets to the more expensive area. Now, the sights are painted just like on the VFC, extremely nice. You have the side rail mount on the left side of the gun to put a scope mount on, so you can put optics. The bolt is not like the TM design, which reveals the hop-up unit right here. It is the VFC design, so it actually goes further back. Now on the VFC, it goes a little bit further back than this, but I'm not really complaining. It doesn't have that little plastic tray on top, which makes it a lot more harder to disassemble. Now, the barrel does run all the way out to the tip right here. So you have a DMR length barrel inside of it, which is great. Now, the wood, nothing moves on it. It's nice and sturdy, nothing wobbles, it's great. Now, magazines. They're a little more picky, but with a slight modification to the magazine release, you can have them fitting almost any mag. Now, the back has the little hole to put your toolkit. If you were to have the toolkit, you can put it back there. If you haven't rewired it already, guys, to the back, that's what I would do if I bought this. Because stick-type batteries are I just don't like stick-type batteries. Now, this gun is just solid. There is no doubt about it. I think this is one of the most solid guns that you can possibly buy right now for a Chinese clone. I'm very impressed with Dboys, as you've seen in the past 2 reviews I've already posted. I think this is great. Other than that, there's not really much else. It's just a basic AK-74 that's just full steel. So I'm going to go to the internal reports. Internal reports. You have a version 3 gearbox with a 7mm bushings, metal gears, polycarb piston with the last tooth removed, and a decent polycarb ported piston head. I'm actually impressed with that piston head. It's cloned off of the VFC design, so it's the same, basically the same as the VFC, but it's not aluminum. It's just polycarb. Polycarb cylinder head. Of course, you got a non-ported cylinder, and overall, it's just really decent. It's a huge step up from what Dboys used to do, and normally when you heard Dboys, you would just be like, ooh, but not anymore. So, you have a plastic hop-up unit. That would be the first thing. If I had to upgrade one thing on this gun, I would get a whole new hop-up unit. That's just me, just because I prefer having metal hop-up units. But you have a 500mm barrel, which runs all the way to here. So you have a DMR barrel length, essentially. Other than that, Dboys has really outdone themselves. It's shooting around the 400 area, about 410, about 13 rounds a second, at about 800 rounds a minute. So it's fairly decent for what it is, and that's really, I can't ask for more from Dboys. So I'm going to go to my personal opinion. My personal opinion. I think it's fantastic. I personally own one of these basically because I have the VFC model, and to be honest, if it came down to spending the money, I would probably get this and just do some heavy upgrading. Even with the VFC, you have to do the upgrading, because VFCs, AKs, they're old models. I don't know if they're going to start making more, but right now they're not. They're just kind of hard to get a hold of. They came with nylon bushings. These come with metal bushings. I'm happy with that. So basically, and non-auto shim, because auto shim isn't something that's been perfected yet. It's still, and I don't know if it'll ever be perfected. It's something that's out there that's pretty cool. But anyways, back to the Dboys. It's just really nice. It's rock solid. I like the feel of it. It's got that AK feel. You know, it's got that I'm never going to break. I'm going to last you forever because I'm an AK. It's just above and beyond what I expected for a Dboys AK. To be honest, I used to be SEMA, and to be honest, I think Dboys has really stepped it up, and I would personally buy a Dboys AK full steel over most of the SEMA AKs now. I think this is fantastic. There's no wobble at all, so I'm happy with that. And other than that, I just wish it was wired to the stock. So, I think it's fantastic. Now for the final conclusion. You're getting a full steel AK for under $200. real wood laminated furniture. It's fantastic, and it's basically a VFC. You can't ask for more. It comes with a good sling, comes with a 9.6 battery, comes with a magazine. I mean, I'm just happy that this is full steel. I could just get the gun with no mag, anything else, and I would be satisfied. But this is honestly, I think, one of the best buys for AK-74s on the market right now, because it's easy to disassemble and it's a VFC design. And you have the car fuse in here instead of the standard airsoft fuses, which are just, to be honest, in my opinion, are just not as anywhere as good as this style of fuse. So, if you're looking to buy this gun, there's a link in the description to AspecAirsoft. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this review, and please favorite the video, like it, and subscribe. So, thanks for watching, guys.